Niamh, how frustrating was Saturday in Parma after dominating territory and possession for large periods of the game, just to not be able to capitalise on that?
Yeah, look, it was incredibly frustrating. I think when we reviewed the game, even on the pitch at the time, I felt like we were so on top. Just key errors at critical times, and then not being able to execute where we wanted to in that power zone kind of absolutely killed us at times. The joy is that we get to go again this week, so we reviewed it really well. They're a really good group in terms of very honest and have a really good understanding. It's about trying to fill them with confidence to be able to be brave enough to be able to take those chances. I think when you put a still shot of the game on the screen on a Monday morning, they can tell you exactly where the space is and what's happening. It's just about trying to breathe that confidence into them to be able to go and execute at the highest level. It's going to take time, but we definitely see green shoots, and while I was really disappointed not to win, I was very proud of how they conduct themselves.
How's morale in the group after, I suppose, a tough few days with the defeat and then also all the stuff in the media last week? Did it have much of an effect? Yeah,
look, I think we as a group are looking in terms of our performances, and clearly, we've not won any game yet, so we're frustrated. The outside noise is draining. I won't tell you a word of a lie. It's very frustrating to. I feel like for somebody who's been in the game for so long, we're just dredging things up quite a lot, and it is draining. I can't imagine for a player what it's like. But in terms of what we can control and what we can do, we can just keep getting better as a group. We can keep looking to improve and develop, and keep putting ourselves in positions where, we're getting better all the time. I think from week 1 to week 3 in terms of games, we've definitely, while the wider public might not see it, we as a group can see it as a coaching group, and we just got to keep driving forward. We've got to try and block that noise out.
As a coach, are you slightly concerned about the effect that noise, the outside noise, combined with the tough defeats, might have on some of the more inexperienced players?
Yeah, look, you can obviously you're always worried about them, and as I said, they're a really, really good group, and they're very honest in terms of their appraisal of where they are at the moment. So, of course, you're going to worry about them, but I think we've got to continue as a coaching group to feed them information that shows them how much they're improving week in, week out. We've got to continue to have expectations of what the standards are in and around the group and keep driving it forward. Look, this day and age, you can turn around and tell them not to look on social media and not to read the papers, but that's never going to happen. And when you're 18 and 19 years of age, it's going to be really tough. I think for us as a group, from a playing group 10 or 15 years ago, we wanted the media, we wanted people to sit up and take notice of us as a group of athletes, as a group of rugby players, and now they have it in tenfold. But when the performances don't match that, it can be really difficult. It's great learning for them. And what it does is it makes us more resilient and more together. And this group are very together.
Great stuff, Tracy.
Thank you very much.
In terms of squad updates, you deal with any injuries over the next few days? Anybody a doubt for the weekend?
I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I think 3 weeks on the bounce in terms of games, definitely some sore and tired bodies there today. But as far as I'm aware, bar obviously Enya, that's from week 1, I don't think anybody's ruled out.
Yeah, there's no obvious issues with a player.
No, not from last Saturday. No.
Yeah. In terms of, you spoke there about young players dealing with the pressures of the outside noise. How do you think they're dealing with the pressures of being an international and being on TV in front of a big audience every week, where maybe a year or so ago they were just playing club rugby? Like the pressure right around the kind of sphere is pretty big.
Yeah, but that's what international rugby is. It's pressure. It's not just because you're 18 or 19. If you're 38 or 39, it's the same thing. It's pressure because you're on the international stage and you're trying to compete at the highest level. The big thing here is that we're learning at the highest level because of reasons beyond our control. So we've 18 and 19 year olds that are good now, but in 2 or 3 years' time are going to be really, really good, and I'm no doubt in my mind a few of them are going to be world class. So we've got to we've got to relish in that pressure. I think we've got to thrive in it. We can't let it hinder us. We can't let that kind of pressure, drag us down. I think we've just got to continue to build on it and see it as a privilege. And every time those girls get to step out onto that pitch on a Saturday representing their country, that's exactly what it is. It's a privilege. And we do our best as a coaching group to put them under pressure and in uncomfortable situations during the week to try and prepare them for that. But I think if you're wanting to be the best in the world, you're wanting to play international rugby, and you've got to relish that pressure. You can't use it as an excuse.
And just finally for me then, how do you go about setting expectations for this weekend? Because without being disrespectful, it's two sides at two very, very different stages of development.
Yeah, very well put there, to be fair. I think we're very realistic in terms of where England are. We haven't spoke about expectations in terms of results. We speak about performance, we speak about getting better. We had a lot of territory and we had a lot of possession in the Italy game, and every game we've got better at that. We just now got to be a little bit more clinical, and what better way to test yourself than the World Champions elect in terms of how good they are. So I know that they're hurting from that World Cup final, but they're probably still one of the best sides in the world. And I think when you've got nothing to lose, why would you put an expectation on it? Why don't you just go out and play and enjoy the occasion? I think we love to play in Cork. The girls really enjoy it. It's brilliant from a Munster person to be able to bring an international team down there. The crowd get behind them hugely, and if you can't enjoy an occasion like that, then international rugby's not for you.